out. Hello, welcome to Asian Pacific America. I'm Robert Handa, your host for our show here on NBC Bay Area and Cozy TV, where we spotlight the people, places, and events of the Bay Area's Asian American and Pacific Islander communities. Today we talk with someone who is prominent in those communities, but is also a well-known figure on a truly Olympian scale, nationally and internationally. On our show, I am proud to profile a man I have known for many years and through many community activities, including as the U.S. Olympics judo coach, Yosh Uchida. Mr. Yoshiro Uchida has led an extraordinary life, and we will dedicate 2 segments to it. One will focus exclusively on his passion for the sport of judo, but we will also talk about his many other achievements, both personally and professionally. Today, we will also have another segment to smile about, and we'll try to make that smile look as bright as possible. Children's oral health is an important issue in the Asian American and Pacific Islander communities, as it should be in every community. Joining us to talk about what children, as well as adults and parents, need to know are 2 members of the Dagoni School of Dentistry, who will also tell us about a big upcoming event in the South Bay that is coming up later in our show. Okay, I have an immediate problem in talking about Yosh Uchida. I only have a half-hour program. It would take me longer than that to list all of his awards and achievements, especially since they've taken place since his first birthday celebration in 1920. The man, known simply as Yosh in the Japantown community of San Jose, grew up on a farm in Southern California, then discovered judo as a 10-year-old. Again, we will focus exclusively on his judo career a little later because his personal life is worth profiling all by itself. Through his family's time in an internment camp, his own military service in World War II, his many connections to San Jose State University, the Japanese American community, and his success in the business world. Now, joining me now is Yosh Uchida, the man honored by the city of San Jose, the state of California, Congress, San Jose State, the JACL, ACI, the Olympic Committee. Yosh, is it okay if I just stop right there?
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being on our show here. Give us an idea here. Like a lot of many Japanese Americans, including myself, we grew up on farms, and I know that you did too. Give us a little idea in terms of how growing up that way maybe shaped the way you became.
Well, I think growing up at the time, it was right after the Depression, and it was very there was not hardly any work, and I worked on the farm, and as I picked the berries and tomatoes and everything, if you in the morning time, this sun would beat down on you at about 10 o'clock, and then it would really get hot. And as I crawled through these funnels, picking berries or picking tomatoes, I started to think, I'm only 18 years old, and I'm wondering if I have to be doing this the rest of my life, and I have to get an education. This is not for the world. So I told my parents I'm leaving and I'm going to go to school, and they said, well, you're going to have a tough time even after you graduate because nobody's hiring Japanese. So I said, well, I'm going to do something about it, and so that's how I.
How it kind of shaped you, huh? Well, give me an idea now, and again, another Japanese-American experience, the internment situation. Your family went off to internment camp. How did that go for your family? How did that go for you?
Well, that was a real shocker because all along we had been taught in school, you're an American, and you have every right as a citizen, and then all of a sudden you're thrown into a turmoil. Your family is taken into a camp where they have everything that you have worked for, and your farm equipment, tractors, cars, everything, it's all taken away, and you're left with hardly anything, and it is really a shocker.
Now, when you came out, you served also during World War II in the military. Then you came and you went to San Jose. You attended San Jose State after going to Fullerton. Why come to San Jose? What was that experience like moving here?
I came here, San Jose, because my roommate who lived about half a mile away from me, he said, Yosh, we don't want to sit around here. Let's go to school up north. I said, well, I think my parents want me to go to UCLA or someplace. He said, my parents want me to go to Cal, but he said, my brother's going to Cal. He says, why don't we go to San Jose State? I said, oh, that's okay. What kind of school is San Jose State? I says, they say it's a teacher's college. Well, they have some other things too. So we came in 1940 to San Jose State, and I had not even been accepted at the time. I walked in and I said, I want to attend San Jose State, and they accepted me. So that's the kind of life it was.
It's amazing, no matter what culture, no matter what generation. Most people go away to college and try to start a new life or start at another location. Now, you were chemical engineering major?
I was a chemical engineering major, but the professor I had pulled me to the side one day and said, look, you have lots of chemistry, but what are you going to do? I says, I want to go into petroleum engineering and work for Stanford, not Stanford, Standard or Shell.
Oil company.
And they said, oh, he shook his head. He says, you better change your major. And I said, why? He says, you'll never get a job. But right after that, I was drafted into the service. And
but later, you turned that into working at a lab, and then you decided to make creating labs and a string of labs your business, right?
Well, once I got in the military, and I got into clinical laboratory, and there I had real good people that helped me learn the laboratory business, and I started from scratch, washing the glassware and cleaning the place up. And they said, well, you do a good job. Well, why don't you come in and we'll teach you something. And so that's how I started into clinical laboratory.
And you started 41, or you ended up with 41 altogether?
Well,
around there?
In 1989, I had 43 laboratories.
43. Well, it was very a great achievement for you to get that way, but also you took a lot of that good fortune and put it into the community, and that's one of the things that we'll talk about. And also, we want to make sure that we talk about your judo career. All right. Okay. So thank you for sharing that part of your life with us. And when you stay with us, you will now hear the legendary judo career of Yosh Uchida. That is coming up next.
I'm Mikey.